Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
7:32. It's time for Drew. Broken Bow and Burwell Livestock Barns. Drew, how are you?
I'm great. How about yourself?
Well, we're getting in the Christmas spirit. You know what? We have some eggnog here. We're going to have a party tomorrow. You think I ought to spike it up a little bit?
I don't know those gals that you got for sale, lady, but I don't think they need much encouragement.
I think you're absolutely correct. We hope you have yourself a great Christmas. But you know what? With the way things are kind of hitting here as far as the holidays go, you guys are still rolling along, right?
Yeah, we are. We've had two big sales last week, and going to have just weigh-ups this week. And then on the 29th, we've got a huge cow sale. It's our annual Holiday Cow Classic sale in Burwell. We got right at 4,200 head of bred heifers and bred cows, and you just can't find any better cows to purchase. Probably the best stock that walks through the sandhills is on offer there at Burwell. So guys need replacements. That's a great sale to look at. I'll kind of give you a recap of what we did last week. We had a feeder calf sale, weigh-up special in Broken Bow, and we called those weigh-ups 2 to 3 higher. On the high end of those weigh-ups, we were 65 to 80 cents. On the middle cuts, we were 50 to 59. In the poorer cows, we were 43 to 47 cents. In the bulls, we were 79 to 95. And in the heiferettes, we were 76 to $1.12. Called that market 3 to 5 higher, like I said, on that one. Then we got in the yearling, calf and yearling division, strong market there, good buyer demand. This is how we kind of operated there. We had some 792-pound steers at $1.48, and we had some 656-pound steers at $1.65. Had some 583-pound steers at $1.90, and had some 460-pound steers at $1.02. In the heifer division, we had 494-pound heifers at $1.74.5. Had some 589-pound heifers at $1.53. Had some 695-pound heifers at $1.52.25, and had some 690-pound heifers at $1.55 and a dime. That's kind of how we operate in Broken Bow. And then on Friday, over in Burwell, we had a bred heifer sale. Had a couple dispersions and had some nice young cows brought down out of the hills. And this is kind of how they went there. We had some bred heifers that brought 1,600. Had another set of heifers brought 1,900 first calf heifers, and I had one set of first calf heifers bring 2,000. One set of bred heifers bring 16 and a half. And the young cow division, we had young cows bringing anywhere from $1,700 per head up to $2,475 per head. And the short sold division, we had cows bringing anywhere from $1,300 up to $1,500 per head. And in the short-term division, we had short-term cows bringing anywhere from $875 to $1,100 per head. That's how we operated last week. This week, no sale in Burwell for the holidays. We do have a big weigh-up special in Broken Bow. We're expecting right at about 1,000 head of those weigh-up cows. If you want to get them in on Wednesday, we'll have guys around all day Wednesday to accept those cows. And we're going to kick that sale off at 9 o'clock in the morning. If you got any questions, give me a call, 308-872-1105. I'd also like to take this opportunity and time from our family to yours, Burwell Livestock. I'd like to wish everybody a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and wish the best for everybody and their families.
Oh, thanks so much, Drew. Same to you folks. And by the way, thanks for the treats you brought in the other day. We appreciate that very much.
Well, I thought both you guys were looking a little gamp the last time I saw you.
How long did it take you to slave over making that fudge anyway, Drew? That was pretty tasty.
Well, hours and hours.
Well, you have the best Christmas ever, okay?
Did anybody get the secret brownie?
The secret brownie. Oh boy. Well,
Well, come to think about it, Jeremy was acting a little squirrely the other day.
a little bit.
Maybe he got it.
Well, you never know.
Thanks, Drew.
You bet. Thanks, guys.
Oh, golly. All right, Burwell and Broken Bow Livestock rolling along. What a wonderful job they're doing. We appreciate them taking time to visit with us here on The Breakfast Show and kind of highlight things that have happened and are going to happen in the barns. How you doing? Good neighbor and friend,
I'm doing
co-host?
okay. I don't have my cup of coffee yet this
boy.
morning, so I don't know. I was just kind of running behind this morning. So once I get that going, I'll be doing better.
Good.
But I'm doing all right.
Good.
And you, my
Well-
friend, my neighbor.
Very, very good.
Good.
Little trouble in the neighborhood. I wanted to talk to you about it.
Oh,
I hate to, since you're kind of new, and I feel bad about bringing this up, but
okay.
I have a complaint.
Oh, okay. All right.
We usually turn our porch light off at night.
Oh, I know. Yes, trust me. I know. Yes.
And yours was on all
Yep,
night.
it was.
Really bright.
Yep.
It's a very bright front porch light.
You couldn't sleep, could you? It was shining in your window.
It was shining clear across the street.
Yeah, sorry.
It was actually glaring on my TV screen
Oh, really?
last night, and I almost called you, and I thought, no.
Well, I wish you would have, because at about 8 o'clock at night, I told my wife, now listen, you got to remind me to shut that porch light off.
Oh,
And, well, there was no reminder.
so it was an accident?
It was, yes.
Okay,
it
so
was
it's not gonna all the time?
No, it's not supposed to be anyway. I didn't know it was really on in the first place
That's a bright one.
until I noticed it last evening.
Well, here's
So-
I saw that was left on even when I left around 5:30 or so this morning, and it was still going. And I thought, man, that if they're going to be in the habit of that, if that's what they're going to do, I have a recommendation. And I didn't really think about it till I was halfway out here, and then I saw somebody else's porch light on, but it was a colored porch light.
Oh,
I
yeah?
think if you would just maybe put up a red light,
Yeah.
just turn on the red light at night, I think everything would be fine.
Okay.
So, we don't have anybody else that I know of with a red porch light. And I think that would be kind of cool if you and Shelley
when
had one.
When it comes to outside decoration, that would be about as far as Brent would go, is to put in a colored light bulb. But no, I apologize for that. It is off now, though. I noticed it this morning before I left.
Oh.
So it's turned off. And we don't have... they were dropping the grandkids off and picking them up last night, so that's why the porch light was on.
I see.
So that they could see.
I got it.
And we just forgot to turn it off. But I will try to make a specific mental note of that to make sure that the porch light is never left on like that ever again, so that you can have a good night's sleep and not be bothered by it.
Well,
I apologize for that.
I think a red light would solve all the problems. You could leave it on if you wanted to.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
You might get some unexpected company, but if you get a knock on the door, you're just going to say, Shelley, I'm going to play this for you guys.
Okay, yeah, thanks.
This is for you and
All
Shelley.
right, appreciate it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it'll play.
I was going to say, it sounds great.
It's playing, but I don't hear it. That's weird.
Oh, no. We are on live, right?
Yeah, we're live.
I hit the live button, right?
Otherwise,
Okay.
they wouldn't be
Phew.
hearing us. I'll try to figure that. I was going to play Red Light by Johnny Lang for you,
Oh, yeah.
but
okay.
I don't know exactly what's going on there. But
Oh.
it shows it's playing, but it's no sound coming out.
Well, maybe that's a sign that you just should quit picking on us.
I'm going to pick it on you. I just thought if you did that, you were going to leave that bright light on. A red light wouldn't put off nearly as much of a glow. Be a red glow.
All right.
Just trying to help out, neighbor.
Thanks, Dave.
Let's play the game, shall we?
Let's do.
And while you're getting ready for that, I wanted to, on behalf of the Tumbleweed Cafe, wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And we all know that the tumbleweed is a place that you take your company when they're in town. They come in to visit you, and you say, you know what, why don't we go out and have some breakfast at the Tumbleweed? Or why don't we go out and have one of those big old chicken fried steaks around the table, and we'll have them pour us up some milk and coffee and whatever else we like to drink, and have a dessert, maybe a little homemade pie afterwards. That's just kind of a tradition, I think, with a lot of folks who have company. And, let's go out to the Tumbleweed. I know of people that drive across the county on Saturday mornings to have breakfast at the Tumbleweed. They're just a wonderful group of people. They've cooked that home-style food, that warm, I don't know, just the food that Grandma used to put on the table for you. And they have the Sunday buffet, which is wonderful. People take advantage of that. And they can put on parties for you in the party room. They can cater. They can have it set up so you can call in and pick it up. They've got it covered at the Tumbleweed. And Carmen and the crew are thankful for your business. I do know that. They're just that kind of people. And they've done everything they can during the last couple of years with all the challenges out there to continue to serve you. And they've done a great job. But I know they feel strongly about, you folks out there supporting them. And that was very clear during COVID. People were lined up to buy a hamburger all the way through town practically to help support the Tumbleweed when it was all unknown when COVID first started. So they want to thank you for that. They want to thank you for all your patronage and bringing your family and other families to the Tumbleweed, and they look forward to serving you in this new coming year. With that thought in mind, we're going to be giving a Tumbleweed meal away today, courtesy of Carmen and the crew. Here's your question with my good neighbor, friend, and co-host, Brent Amperson.
All right. We've been asking questions about Christmas movies. You know what we need to do next year? Can we have like a staff Christmas party and watch It's a Wonderful Life? Because I found out I have not watched It's a Wonderful Life.
Yeah.
Don't ask me why. But I found out yesterday Christy has not watched it.
What?
That shocked me.
Really?
Gavin has not watched it. And I don't know if there's other members of the staff that haven't watched it either.
Oh, they
But
need to watch
anyway,
that movie,
that's
yeah.
just an idea
Okay,
for
good
next
idea.
Christmas.
That's a good idea.
This does not have to do with It's a Wonderful Life, but another classic Christmas film, Holiday Inn. Now, I have seen this one. Holiday Inn, the 1942 film featuring two of the biggest names in Hollywood history, namely Fred Astaire and Bing Crosby. Which Christmas-related song did Bing Crosby immortalize through voice in the film? Was it the Christmas song, Deck the Halls, Winter Wonderland, or White Christmas? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
Give us a call while you listen to this. The Tumbleweed Cafe in Broken Bow wishes everyone a very Merry Christmas and holiday season. Do you need a place for your holiday get-together, party, or family reunion? Remember the Tumbleweed Cafe Party Room. Pair the spacious room with their delicious home-cooked meals, and you've got a stress-free, fun way to host your get-together. Call the Tumbleweed to book today at 308-872-5454. They'll be closed Christmas Eve at 2 and on Christmas Day all day. Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from the Tumbleweed Cafe. Holly is on the line.
Oh, good.
And she has a little story, kind of a cool story to
Oh, she
tell you.
does.
She was
Okay.
telling me. Good morning, Holly.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys?
Good. So could you kind of repeat that little story? It's kind of funny. What happened?
Well, the other day I called to answer that Carlos Borgoff or whatever,
Yes.
that one that you had.
Oh, yeah,
And
the
it
Grinch.
rang and rang and rang and rang and rang, and nobody answered. And I was like, well, that's weird. Well, then today I was waiting for the thing, and I was like, wait, I'm listening to Alexa. This is like 3 minutes behind, and I had you on my phone on Facebook. So I went and turned on my radio so I could get in on time and answer the question.
Well, that's a good
I thought maybe
good
you
point.
thought it was me calling, so you just didn't answer.
Oh, no. But, that's a good point. Radio's in real time, and all the other gadgets are in delayed time. So if you want to play the game, real radio is probably the best way to go.
Well, you know what? I only listen to you guys except for when you're talking, like on the breakfast show. I'll listen on my Alexa, but otherwise, it sounds like there's like some kind of electricity going through it. You know, like in the old days when you try to get in. Where was that name of that radio station in Oklahoma?
Oh,
KOMA or
Coma,
something like
yeah,
that?
Coma, yeah.
Yeah, when we were like really young, so that was a long time ago. But you know, it kind of sounds like that on my Alexa. On every Alexa on my house, it does that.
I'll be darned.
So and I can listen to, like, I listen to the lake.
Ogallala.
It's in Ogallala.
Yeah, I love it.
It's a iHeartRadio.
Yeah, it's a good station.
Yeah.
And that sounds just fine. So it's weird. And I was going to ask you about that sometime when I ran into it, but I haven't run into it for a long time. So,
Well, I'll look into that.
And it makes me angry because I love to listen to Classic Rock Live on Monday and Tuesday afternoons. I'll just go in my little office / spare bedroom / catch-all room
Yes.
and do my bills and stuff and listen to it that way. So I listen to my radio quite a bit, really,
Well,
because I like to keep it local.
well, thank you so much. However you can listen to us, we appreciate it. And I'll double check and see how it sounds on another Alexa because I haven't.
It could be because we even changed. We went from CenturyLink to Great Plains like a couple months ago because we kept losing our internet.
Yeah.
And so it's gotten a little bit better with Great Plains, but we're still having issues. And I don't know if it's because we're at the end of the line or something. Because the guy that came to fix it for CenturyLink, like the 15th millionth time, he's like, I can't even believe you're getting anything. You only have 4% coming in.
Oh my goodness.
So had to go clear down the line to figure out where it was coming from. So, and now we think we're starting to get those issues again. But what do you do?
Well, we'll check it out on this end, Holly.
And now I don't even remember the name of the question, and I don't even know the answer. But I just thought I'd call and tell you guys Merry Christmas. And I saw on Amazon the other day for $19.99 you can get 100 misprinted pins for $19.99.
Oh,
misprinted?
100 of them.
Oh, nice.
Misprinted pins. They're all good pins, but they screwed up the name, so
Oh,
you
nice.
could get them for $19.99. I thought about getting you guys that.
Well, that'd
You
be
won't have to
nice.
find a pin again.
Yeah. Oh, Holly, you're the best.
I do listen to you. I really do, and I try to problem solve along with you. You just don't hear me.
All right, Holly. Well, we're going to try to make you a winner here.
Okay.
The movie is Holiday Inn, the 1942
I don't
classic
remember that.
it had Bing Crosby and Fred Astaire in it, and Bing
I thought it was
Crosby.
good movies.
Bing Crosby sang a song, a Christmas song, that he kind of immortalized with the way he sang it. So was the song the Christmas song, Deck the Halls, Winter Wonderland, or White Christmas?
Well, your voice is telling me White Christmas.
Good. I'm glad it is. Is that what you're going to choose? Okay, good. I'm glad you did, because that is the correct answer. And because you've answered correctly, we have for you a certificate that's going to get you a free tumbleweed meal at the Tumbleweed Cafe. So come on out and see us.
Oh, I will. I'll come and see you. Merry Christmas,
Wonderful.
everybody.
Thanks,
You too.
Holly.
Happy holidays. Bye.
Bye. All right, we haven't heard from Holly for a while, probably because she was listening to Alexa rather than her radio, so maybe we'll hear from her more often. Now, once a week, we hear from Logan from Arrow Seed, and he's in the studio right now. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm a little bit tired, but good.
Well, how's come you're tired?
I haven't been sleeping the best.
Oh, no. What, bad mattress or?
No, well, as you know, my wife is very, 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 very pregnant right now.
I talked to her the other day. She said she was doing fine, but not looking forward to the last run here.
Yes. So with the holiday season, she's kind of put me in charge of baking stuff for Christmas Day.
Oh, wow.
I'm not much of a baker. I mean, I can cook stuff, but when it comes to baking,
Yeah.
you know,
A lot of
Well-
us would be like that.
whatever. So I was trying to find some recipes the other night and actually found some for dinner rolls, but they're from Morocco.
Oh, Moroccan dinner rolls.
Yes.
Okay.
And in the recipe, it calls for thyme.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I looked in the cupboard, and the time that we had was expired by a lot. I mean, I probably shouldn't have used it, but I did.
Oh.
Anyway, made the dinner rolls, all that stuff. They weren't that bad. But, you know, what I was thinking about last night is I really kind of like those old-time rock and roll.
Wow. Whew. That was an awfully lengthy joke to get to that. Whew. I was just thinking you were going to say I was going to cook them, but I ran out of time. I thought that was going to be the joke, but I guess not.
Nope.
Well, you have one more shot at it before the end of the year if you want to try again.
I don't know if I need to redeem myself. You know, I just
You like that one?
well, I mean,
Yeah.
kind of.
Yeah,
it's
it was all right.
You know, it's not bad. It could have been worse. It could have been like when I dropped a copy of the Christmas Carol book on my toe.
Oh, you did?
It hurt like the dickens.
Oh, Logan, you're the best.
I'm going to have another drink of coffee here.
Are you sure that's
Yeah.
coffee over there?
Yeah, it hurt like the dickens. Oh, my goodness.
You know how many times you really planted the seed? I hope other people have the same seed planted in their heads as I do. But every time I've been working on something lately, you know, like I even was trying to work on some fishing tackle this weekend, you know, kind of sorting and stuff. And I thought, man, I wished I had one of those little lights I could put on the bill of my hat when I did that, and trying to string the line and all that sort of thing. It would make it so much easier.
It does, and we just got another shipment of them in yesterday.
Oh,
actually.
good.
The little ones?
The little ones, like the one I brought in.
Do those come with, I'm trying to remember. Of course, you came in and you had the
I had it
clip,
on my hat.
But does it come with a strap?
It comes with the headband.
Headband.
Yep.
Headband is what I was
Oh,
looking
it does?
for.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you didn't want a cap, you could just,
Yeah, you can strap it under your head.
Okay.
Yep.
well, you look kind of cool, too. You'd have a headband on and...
Yeah.
I wore when I worked at the railroad, I'd have one on my hat, but then dangle one on my neck.
Yep.
That way you can just grab it and just.
Well,
point
and
it-
this one
yeah,
that clips
shine
to the
so-
it clips to the bill of your hat. It could probably go on your shirt collar or
Ah,
the cuff
sure.
of your jacket pretty easy.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm going to get one of those.
Well, good.
Yeah. I think it would make life much easier.
It does. It really does.
And it doesn't cost very much. What do those sell for?
$20.
Man, that's worth it.
It's $20 well spent.
No kidding. You just got some more in, so...
We did. We were down to the last one, and I'm like, oh man, I hope
run out.
I hope they get here before Christmas. Got them yesterday.
Good.
Great stocking stuffers.
Very much so.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, looking at Brent's stocking, you could probably fit a few hundred of them in there.
Yeah, that's...
That's the biggest stocking we have. It's got my name on it, and really, that's kind of the way it should be.
Oh, boy.
That is true.
Yep.
That is true.
See, that was
I'm
the
a
biggest.
full-time member of the nice list.
I see that. That looks like your handwriting.
No, it's not. It's not, honestly.
No. No. So, what about other flashlights? You have those, the small ones, and you had the really powerful one the other day.
Yep, we've got the ones that have the half-mile beam, and I got more of those in too. I was down to the last one of that, so we got restocked just in time for Christmas.
Okay, there's a few days left here. You guys are going to be open today, tomorrow. What's today? Tuesday?
Today's Tuesday.
So you got through Thursday
Yes.
to buy those goodies.
Yep. We are closed Friday, which is Christmas Eve day, and we are closed Saturday, which is Christmas Day.
Okay.
And then if you fast forward to next week, we're closed Friday for New Year's Eve day, and we're closed on Saturday for New Year's Day.
Okay. And there are some, by the way, late Christmases. Some people have Christmas the weekend after because of other family obligations. So if you don't get in there to get those goodies, those flashlights for the first Christmas, you might come in and get them for the second one.
Yes, and hopefully we still have them.
Yeah, maybe you'll have some left. Okay.
You know, I would, if I was doing the shopping, I would do it now. Just like everything else, you know, there might be some other businesses that are out of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and it might not take very long for us to join them.
True. Okay. All right.
We've also got gun lights. I think I've brought those in the past.
Mhm.
You know, they go on a scope or on the barrel of your gun. Got a little pressure switch, so you can use them if you're using them for a self-defense type of situation, or maybe you're out calling critters and doing that at night.
And you just squeeze it.
Yep,
Okay. And the light is very intense,
it is. It is
Okay.
super intense.
but it mounts on the barrel.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. So we got that. We've also got, you know, I've talked about that. I've brought all this decorative type stuff in. You know, it's one of those things that's right up my wheelhouse. So we've got the doormats, the garden flags, the mailbox covers, that type of stuff. You know, unfortunately, if you are really seriously looking into that stuff, you'll want to talk to Becky, not myself.
'Cause she's there on the floor.
She is.
Yeah.
Yes, and she is the one that has brought that stuff in.
Yeah.
You know.
And a lot of really cool stuff.
Yes.
That, you won't find anywhere else in town or in the area. So.
Yep. She's also brought in some really cool bird feeders. We've got some Oriole feeders. So they've got the little jars that you can put your fruit, you know, your
Oranges.
mixed fruit and oranges.
Yeah.
But it's actually got a cradle in the middle of it that you can put a orange slice
Really?
in, red. Yeah.
Well, I'd like to have some of those stop by. I have a friend that has them on a regular basis because he puts oranges out.
Yep.
That would be so much fun.
So and then we've got the bird feeders that are squirrel proof. So they've got a weight limit on them. So if something too heavy steps on it, it shuts the door to the food.
Huh.
Therefore, they can't get to the food.
Gosh, I bet that knowing a squirrel, that would really frustrate him, wouldn't it?
Oh, guaranteed. That'd be worth it in
I was going to say
itself.
that'd be fun to watch
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah, no kidding.
Just
Watching the
watch-
squirrel get
Yep,
upset.
exactly.
The tail would go back and forth and they start chattering.
Yep.
Oh, that'd be fun.
So we've got those. You know, there's a lot of bird watchers. The weather's finally starting to get cold, which means those birds are gonna be looking for an easy meal. So
Yep. That such a good pastime year round. Once you get that set up, you enjoy it year round.
well, that's just it. The really cool thing when you think about it, you know, birds migrate, or at least the majority of birds will migrate. So you get, if you leave a feeder out throughout the year, you're going to get a whole bunch of different birds migrating through.
Different times of the year, you see different ones. Some that you maybe never even seen before. They happen to stop by and find some bushes and say, "Hey, there's lunch here." And
Yep.
you get to see all kinds of colors and sizes.
Exactly.
It's pretty cool.
So it is. It's fun.
Yeah.
You know, one thing I do when I'm out hunting, I'll look, you know, if it's pretty slow, I'll get my binoculars out and start looking for different birds. And it's amazing how many different birds there are.
Yeah, yeah. And how each of them has a little bit different way of, I don't know, feeding and acting with one another.
Yes.
We could get into a whole deep bird
We,
conversation.
no,
Yeah.
we could, but we better keep
We
moving.
better not.
You know, we've also got gift certificates. Those are the universal one size fits all. We could probably even make one that would fit in your stocking, Brent.
Oh, nice. Thank you.
I mean, it'd take a few rolls of paper, but
Yeah.
be doable.
Yeah. Yeah, never mind. I was going to say something kind of nasty, but I'm not going to. It's Christmas time.
Thanks.
What are neighbors for?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Thanks for holding back.
I'm doing better.
You're all heart.
Thank you.
Well, I'll let that neighborhood feud.
Yeah.
I'll
Moving right
leave it at that.
Moving right along.
So yeah, we've got just a lot of good gift ideas. You know, it's not too late. Too late would be trying to come in on Friday,
Yep.
but you have until Thursday at 5:30 p.m.
Okay.
to get your gifts.
And you'll be surprised what Becky has on the floor for you. Logan's described some of what's there, but some pretty cool things. And then you let the gift certificate, if you want to let somebody else do the shopping for what they would like to pick out, that works really great. So,
Yep, it does.
and you'll be there through Thursday.
Correct.
Okay. All right.
So
Curious, just real quick here, what are you guys having for Christmas dinner?
I think I'm not sure.
Don't
We're going
know
to
yet.
Mom and Dad's,
Oh, okay.
but I don't know what Chef Deb
Oh
is
boy,
cooking. But it'll be really good.
It's going to be good.
Yes.
Yeah, boy, that she knows how to cook. So enjoy.
It should be a lot better than the jokes I'm telling on this show.
Yes, I would go along with that.
Yeah.
But people do like your jokes, Logan. And so will you come back next time?
I'll try to make it. I'll clear my schedule out and see if I can make an appearance.
Okay.
With some even worse material for you.
All right.
Great. Thanks, Logan.
Yeah.
Merry
you're welcome.
Christmas.
You too.
All you folks.
We'll see you after the holiday.
All right. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. 4 days until Christmas, and the Omicron variant is spreading quickly. The CDC says it now makes up at least 73% of all U.S. cases. NYU epidemiologist Dr. Celine Gounder tells CBS.
We are seeing hospitalizations skyrocket, deaths on the rise in parts of the country where people are not vaccinated.
President Biden will detail a plan today to help overwhelmed hospitals. Correspondent Cammie McCormick.
These new measures include the pre-positioning of supplies like ventilators, masks, and gloves. They're ready to ship out from what the administration calls strategic locations.
Jury deliberations are about to enter a second day at Ghislaine Maxwell's sex trafficking trial in New York. Defense attorney Earl Gray argues the actual blame lies with her late companion, Jeffrey Epstein.
Everything she did was legal, and then he tries to break away. She thought she was doing the right thing.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
Here is a look at state news. I'm Gavin Higgins. A former Nebraska lawmaker and congressional candidate will serve as the state's next rural development director for the U.S. Department of Agriculture. The White House announced the appointment last week of former State Senator Kate Bowles of Lincoln. Bowles served in the legislature from 2013 to 2021 and was the Democratic nominee for Nebraska's 1st congressional district in 2020. The White House says Bowles and other regional appointees are part of President Joe Biden's efforts to rebuild communities affected by the pandemic, the economy, and climate change. Despite the rise of COVID-19 cases in Nebraska, Governor Pete Ricketts is not renewing any directed health measures, such as limiting crowds at sporting events, but continues to push for more vaccinations and early treatments. Those treatments range from controversial COVID-fighting drugs such as ivermectin to the far more medically accepted monoclonal antibodies. Ricketts is calling on Nebraskans who show early signs of COVID, such as fever and coughs, to get tested and strongly consider the monoclonal treatment.
So we strongly recommend that you get that monoclonal antibody treatment. That means talking to your doctor and getting the prescription for it. If your doctor won't give you that prescription, and without a good reason, I've had many people tell me their doctors just didn't want to do it, get a new doctor.
At the same time, the state will be protecting physicians who go the less traditional routes.
And then, of course, our Attorney General, Doug Peterson, has done the work and the research on other treatments such as ivermectin or hydroxychloroquine, and any doctor who wants to prescribe those will not be penalized here in Nebraska for doing those.
As of earlier yesterday, the state is reporting 523 COVID hospitalizations, down from a peak of 637 earlier this year. Last year's peak, when many directed health measures were put into place, were 987 hospitalizations. Nebraska's Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Gary Anthony, also mentioned during a press conference yesterday that Nebraska is seeing more vaccinations from people who initially shied away from them.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Ralph Irvin.
Everything is final across the world of sports. We start in the NFL, where there were 2 games on Monday night. The first, due to COVID, was suspended from Saturday's schedule in Cleveland, where the Browns hosted Las Vegas. Daniel Carlson, a game-winning 48-yard field goal at the final gun, lifted the Raiders to a 16-14 victory. Minnesota, meanwhile, only amassed 193 total yards of offense. That was enough to beat the Chicago Bears 17-9. Minnesota now involved in 11 straight one-score games. Everything final in the NBA, where DeJounte Murray had a triple-double, 24 points, 13 assists, 12 rebounds, as San Antonio ran through the LA Clippers 116-92. That's 3 straight losses for LA. Golden State, a 113-98 win over Sacramento. Draymond Green had a triple-double.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll see gradually clearing skies with highs working up to 44 degrees. Winds a bit breezy from the northwest. Then for tonight, mostly clear, lows in the upper teens. Wednesday, trending milder with lots of sun, will reach a high of 55. Thursday, sunny to partly cloudy, a high of 58. And for Friday, still well above average, low 50s. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
It is 27 degrees outside here at Broken Bow, and now more cloudy than earlier, as this cloud cover has probably helped warm things up. We were at 12 degrees at about 9 o'clock last night, 9 and 10 o'clock, and when we arrived here this morning, it was 25. So maybe the cloud cover had something to do with it. The conditions out there are okay. The wind's kind of a factor and will be a factor throughout the day. Right now, under a mostly cloudy sky, we have southwest winds of 5 to 15 plus miles per hour, and we're going to see gusts well over that later on this afternoon. Barometric pressure on the rise now at 29.93, humidity at 66%. High yesterday was 32 with that overnight low of 12 we mentioned. Sunrise today occurred at 8:01. Sunset at 5:12 today. 1,600 precipitation measured so far this month. Very, very dry out there. This is the first day of winter today.
Oh.
The winter solstice, and officially winter started today.
Okay.
Also known as the winter solstice, with the North Pole at its farthest from the sun. This means for us in the northern hemisphere, it's the shortest day of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And now we can look forward to longer days.
Wonderful.
Even though it's winter. It's also Yule today.
Oh.
Today is Yule, which isn't just a festive word. It's the celebration which predated Christmas by 1,000 years. They celebrated on the winter solstice, which is the marking of the shortest day. And back then they lit bonfires and hung holy mistletoe from every conceivable spot. And that's how that all got started.
Oh, all right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, that's a little history for you. Also, Humbug Day.
A Humbug Day. Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, let's celebrate that.
Celebrating all the Scrooges, Grinches, and, bummer people who can't get up for Christmas, who suck the fun out of the holidays, because we all know at least one. Humbug Day. Also, Crossword Puzzle Day.
Is it now?
Yep. Commemorating the invention of the crossword puzzle. First published in the New York World newspaper on December 21st, 1913. And there, the tradition began, a cup of coffee and a crossword puzzle.
There you go.
Some interesting facts on the Breakfast Show for you today.
Thank you, Dave.
My pleasure. That's the weather, news, and interesting facts at this point in time here on KCNI KBBN. Hey, good neighbor.
Hey, neighbor.
My good neighbor and co-host and longtime buddy. How'd the Bears do last night?
Don't get me started. There was one bright, shining moment of that game last night. I'm in a fantasy football league, okay? And I have the don't ask me why, but I have the Vikings defense. And because the Bears are so awful, the Vikings defense actually scored me points last night. So there's maybe just an out. I have the lead now. Now, the guy I'm playing still has a player left to play tonight in the Seattle and Rams game. So I have a chance, at least, because the Vikings defense scored points. And the reason they scored points because the Bears are just bad.
That's what I just wanted to know how they were doing. I didn't really. I see why you're diverting, because it kind of gives you hope for something else.
It's like you watch and there's like hope. They move the ball or whatever, and then they get down to the 10, and then it just all collapses. But
I'm sorry, good buddy.
I should have known that it was going to be a bad night for my Bears when on the first offensive play they run the ball for 10 yards and then get called for a holding penalty on the very first play of the game, and then kick 2 plays later.
Well, not a good sign. And
do you want me to keep going?
No,
or is
that's
that
fine.
okay?
That's probably plenty.
That was, yeah.
Not a good sign for the NFL, really. They had, 2 games last night that were supposed to be played on the weekend due to COVID.
Yeah, the Cleveland-Oakland game was supposed to be played. The Bears and Vikings was the regular Monday night game, but then the Browns and the Raiders ended up playing. And Seattle and the Rams are actually playing tonight.
That's right.
Because of the COVID situation.
Yeah, that's been a problem. And it's been a few players that actually were using fake vaccination cards. They're not playing for 3 games now. God, I don't know. Crazy, very crazy. All right, Christmas time's a-coming.
Save big on the latest computers featuring Windows 11 Pro that easily automate workflows. Don't forget to shop servers, storage, and top brand electronics with savings up to 45% and all with free shipping. Call a Dell Technologies advisor to help you transform your digital workspaces with comprehensive end-to-end solutions. Find the right tech for your business needs at 877-ASK-DELL. That's 877-ASK-DELL.
It is 8:17. We will look forward to a call coming in a little bit here from Mark Stock with Big Iron Auction Company. Before we get to that, we want to kind of mention a couple things here. We had a lot of fun yesterday evening ringing the bells out at the grocery cart. We did that yesterday afternoon and evening. Most all the crew from KCNI KBBN was there ringing bells, and we had a blast. Really enjoyed it. Good to have you there this year, Brent, but it was a lot of fun, and you get to talk to a lot of people, and people were very generous, and the bucket was full of cash when Jeremy put it away. So thank you very much. If you would like to enjoy ringing a bell, there's still time. You can be a bell ringer and give the gift of your time to help others this holiday season. 90% of the money that's raised stays right here in Custer County. I think that's one of the reasons it really makes it enjoyable, knowing that the money that goes into the bucket when you're ringing the bell is going to help somebody out in need right here in our own area, Custer County. If you would like to get set up to ring bells, Jeremy's made it real easy. I think you can go to the picture on Santa's Express and click on it, and it'll take you right to the registration point. And you can do that online real easily. And this is a link through the Salvation Army in Custer County. And you can also get a hold of Mo Hunsberger, Cheryl Smith, or Carol Allen, or Julie Talene. They'll help you get lined up. And there's still plenty of spots left for bell ringers, but really enjoyed it. After you left, I gave Shannon a ride in a grocery cart.
Did you? Did you? Oh, wow. I wish I could have seen that.
And we had mixed reactions when we went into the store and were running around with her in the cart.
Oh, you actually pushed her around in the cart in the store.
Well, outside the store and inside the store.
Oh, inside too. Well, okay. That's interesting.
But I must say, I did feel like I was going to have a heart attack afterwards, because I really was trying to go fast, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm not in the best of shape anymore. And it's not that Shannon's heavy. But we were trying to, slide sideways and do some fancy stuff.
Yeah.
And, but she was a good sport.
Yeah. Well, I'm actually kind of bummed I missed that. That had to be quite the spectacle.
Well, just trying to liven everybody up and see if we can kind of get those emotions going, so they'll give a little more.
Kind of loosen everybody up in the store. Because I got to be honest, sometimes when I go into the store, especially if I've got a list, and I walk in and I'm kind of stressed.
Yeah.
Sometimes grocery shopping can be a little stressful. Don't you agree?
If you don't go very often, it's really stressful because you don't know where everything is.
Uh-huh.
And then you got to call your wife and say, honey, do you know where the spaghetti, what aisle that's on? And even though it says on the sign up there, pasta.
Gavin and I were having this conversation yesterday while we were there ringing bells, and the wife sends you to the store.
Oh yes,
for something. Okay, and now with the invention of cell phones, now how many guys go in to get something for the family at the store, and you get there, and on the list it just says, well, pick up this, and then you get to it. Well, there's different kinds of this. You know what I'm saying? There's different brands of this. So it's well, I don't know what she wants. So now with the invention of the cell phone, you're on the cell phone, you're calling, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so you say, well, honey, I'm looking at the shelf. Here's your choices. And then you get back, well, don't they have this? And it's no, I don't see it. And then have any of you guys out there gotten this? The response then is this, well, just forget about it then.
Yeah.
That's what do you mean, forget about it? I came to the store specifically for it.
Well, there's about 3 different size packages, sweetheart. Which one did you want? And there's there's one with grain in it and one with not grain. I mean, come on. Oh, that gets you worked up.
I know. It's stress. It's just stressful talking about it.
Did you ever think that they have these Bluetooths where people can talk.
Oh, yeah.
And it used to be if somebody's walking around a store talking to themselves, you'd think, I better call somebody and take this person in for an examination.
Yeah.
Now they just walk around and talk, and then if they get upset with the spouse on the other end, then they start raising their voice and say, well, darn it, honey, I don't know where this stuff is.
Yeah.
Oh.
I know.
I bet Mark Stock doesn't have that problem.
I'm guessing not.
No. He's even-keeled.
Yeah.
And he probably knows where things are in the grocery store because he's a smart guy.
Yeah.
And he's probably shopped for his lovely wife several times.
Mm-hmm.
Let's find out.
Let's do.
Good morning, Mark Stock. How are you?
You know, I love shopping. I love it. I just get a lot of joy out of doing that. To me, it's fun. Not to mention I get my steps in going up and down the aisle. So it's
there
a
you
good
go.
thing.
Yeah.
I just knew, Mark, you'd have a positive attitude about it, but I particularly hate shopping. It just makes me irritable.
Stressful.
Well, you sound like my wife. I don't think she enjoys shopping, but I like doing it. I like price comparison. To me, it's the thrill of the hunt, right? I mean, is the gallon of milk in this cooler is $3.29, and the gallon over here is $2.89. Folks, all milk comes from a cow, right?
Yeah. Okay, now, Mark, I've got a question for you. Since you bring up milk, my wonderful grandparents, I always got a kick out of them. They'd go and they price checked, man. And if a gallon of milk was like 5 cents cheaper way across town, they would drive clear across town to pick up the milk because it was cheaper there. Have you ever done that?
No, I just price shop in the store.
In the store, okay.
Yes, in the store. So, I mean, I was on the LEAD program, and anybody that has never signed up or participated in the Nebraska LEAD program, I'll do a quick commercial for them. Please do so. But one of the most exciting things about it was when we were out in Morrill, Nebraska, and they were putting beans in bags, right? So edible beans. And we were watching them do this, and all of a sudden the line stopped, and they yell out, bag change, bag change. And all they did was move a different row of bags, empty bags in the aisle, and they started filling up these bags with the exact same product that was in the other labeled bag. And then you look at the one bag, and it was a brand name, and the other bag was the non-brand name stuff, but it was the exact same product in each bag. And one was going to be $2.50, and the other one's going to be 98 cents, and it was the exact same thing. So the lesson learned that I got out of the LEAD program, and anybody wants to get in there, is when you go grocery store shopping, the majority of the time it's the same product. It's just in a different box or bag.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
That's good advice. Well, let's transcend to your business then with Big Iron Auction Company, how people can do business with you and do a little shopping ahead of the auction and don't even have to leave their desk if they don't want to. You guys have had a great run. I know you're looking forward to next year and more people using Big Iron Auction Company. You're a leader in the field, Mark.
Well, this month alone, we will be selling over 17,000 pieces of farm machinery on the Big Iron website. That's in the month of December alone. So it's a record-breaking month for us here, and that's because our business is growing, and more people are using this website to sell their products. More and more people are using it to buy their equipment, and that's because I think it's the platform itself and how we set up our platform with a lot of pictures and the seller's name and full disclosure, right? Because people can handle the truth. If there's a problem with it, we want that information disclosed, and we just want people to bid with confidence that they're buying an item that sells to the highest bidder without any games being played. But we're now offering sellers who are retiring that qualify to be able to have their sale on a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. And we're starting this week with 2 of those such sales. One of those is today in Hiawatha, Kansas, for KRC Farms. They are retiring, and boy, do they have nice machinery, folks. 109 items will start to close this morning at 10 a.m. They've got a Case IH Patriot 3230 sprayer. They've got a Case IH Maxim 125 tractor with a loader. There's a New Holland TG 285 mechanical front tractor. There's a John Deere DB60 toolbar that has a 36-row, 20-inch planter. This is a 2015 model machine, and I know those folks out there that have been trying to get a new planter. If you ordered one today, you'd be lucky if you get it by planting season in 2023. So these planters are very, very hard to come by. Also, KRC Farms out of Hiawatha, Kansas will be selling their 2016 MacDon FD75 Draper head. They got a Sunflower 6333 soil conditioner. They got a lot of RTK GPS equipment, and that's another component that is next to almost impossible to get is GPS equipment and monitors. So several of those items are selling today. So we encourage you to support their retirement sale as these first items start to close at 10 o'clock this morning. Now, we also have this afternoon over 500 head of cattle that will sell on BigIron.com. We've got a special female sale. It's a Sandhills female special, and there are a lot of black and red Angus first calf bred heifers that will be sold today. These are Reputation ranches that are selling superb quality bred animals, folks, and they will be sold starting at 1 o'clock this afternoon. Now, there's also some bred cows. These are 4 to 8-year-old cows. Plus, we got several lots of open heifers that will be selling, and these auctions start to close. These items start to close this afternoon. Today is Tuesday, December 21st, here at 1 o'clock on the Big Iron website. Then tomorrow, folks, we've got over 2,800 items selling on Big Iron, several retirement sales. The Allen Seifert retirement sale is in Bluff City, Kansas. Boy, do they have nice machinery. 47 items altogether, John Deere four-wheel drive tractors, late model tillage equipment. Check that out. Other sellers include AG Excavating LLC out of Madison, Nebraska. They got cat dozers and excavators. We got A1 Crane Service selling out of Milford, Illinois. We got Brian Yike out of Veteran, Wyoming. They've got 69 items selling on their retirement sale. They've got forage harvesting equipment, a lot of livestock feeding equipment. They got a John Deere 9550 combine. Those are getting harder and harder to find. By North Bend, Nebraska, Dwayne and Mary Ann Emanuel, their retirement sale features an AGCO DT 240A mechanical front tractor. They got a Sunflower 30-foot disc, several other items. Another retirement sale by Clarks, Nebraska, features a 2016 Schuler 6020M mixer feeder wagon that's just like new. This is Jack and Sally Neal's equipment by Clarks, Nebraska. They also have a 2006 Featherlight Gooseneck livestock trailer that has had exceptional care. They got a Case IH 7130 tractor. They got a Case 1370 tractor. Outstanding equipment selling on that sale. Sutherland, Nebraska is where you're going to find John C. Simmons Revocable Living Trust Estate items. 79 items selling tomorrow. John Deere 4640, John Deere 4840 tractors. There's a John Deere 4630. They got a lot of livestock feeding and handling equipment as well. If you want to see one of the cutest videos that we've got on our website in a long time, go check out the Lamke Brothers Farm Retirement out of Riverton, Illinois. This equipment, folks, late model, one-owner equipment featuring a 2019 Case IH 7250 combine. They got a MacDon FD 135 Draper head and an 8-row 30 corn head, all 2019 model machines. They got a Case IH 879 shank ripper. They got Steiger 500 and 350 Case IH four-wheel drive tractors. They've got a Maxim 125 tractor with a loader as well. They got that 3700 series Kinsey planter. It's a 24-row 30. These guys are the epitome of agriculture in Illinois. Just great guys retiring. And to watch the video, it is entertaining. Also, Laverne Houghton from Wisner, Nebraska. They've got 44 items. They've got a John Deere tractor collection featuring 1972 John Deere 4020 and 4000 tractors, okay? You don't find these tractors around very much anymore. Plus, they got some older models as well, and a John Deere 4840 and a 4430 and a Case 1370. They got a John Deere 9500 series combine. By Woodrow, Colorado, 91 items will sell for the Lee O'Neill Estate. They've got a 2014 John Deere S670 combine and a lot of late model equipment there. In Altone, Iowa, folks, we've got Les Clevenger selling some equipment, and Michael Wilkinson's, he's in Blue Mounds, Wisconsin, retiring. Randy Stolte is from Olin, Iowa. The Rock Family LLC is Brighton, Colorado. Vasta Farms, four-wheel drive equipment in Milford, Nebraska, selling some of their good quality equipment. And then we finish off, folks, the week on Thursday, December the 23rd, with Tom and Glenda Gassman's Farm Machinery Retirement Sale in Canova, South Dakota. 282 items on their retirement sale. When you buy the equipment, make the drive, and pick this quality stuff up, it's Case IH equipment, MX210 tractors. They got Case IH 9170 four-wheel drives. There's a John Deere 8100 mechanical front tractor, a John Deere 9760 combine, a white 16-row 30 planter. They got a full line of equipment plus a lot of shop-related items. Those are all the items that are selling this week. And then next week, folks, two-day special year-end auction featuring over 3,000 pieces on Wednesday, 3,000 pieces on Thursday. Big sale. Start your due diligence on that sale. as early as possible because there's just so much equipment to look through. If you are an auction junkie, you're going to love scrolling through all this quality equipment. Click on the watch box so you can put the items that you got most interested in your watch box or submit your bids on it right away so it gets put in there for you. Just a tremendous offering, quality equipment, folks, and we want to thank everybody, all of the sellers, all of the bidders, all of the buyers, all of the reps, the Big Iron reps, and all the people inside our office who processed 17,000 different items to sell in the month of December alone. What a challenge. They did it smiling every day. They tell us they love their job, and we love them. So we want to wish everybody a very happy Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year. We're going to talk to everybody next week. We'll probably give you some auction results and talk about the big sale, the year-end sale, December 29th and 30th.
Oh, man, you've got a lot of things to be happy about and proud of with all of the things that have grown with Big Iron Auction Company. But I think we know you well enough to know you, Mark, that getting together with your family the next few days is going to be the biggest treat of all. So we want you to have a great time and look forward to your next report.
Hey, thank you very much. I know we're going to have some really nice, unseasonable weather. We're thankful for that. A lot of people want a white Christmas, so let's get a little skip of snow and make everybody happy, or throw some ice cubes on the front lawn and everybody will get satisfied that way. But, yeah, we hope everybody has a great Christmas. It's a difficult time of year for a lot of people that have lost loved ones, and this COVID thing, we're all sick and tired of it, but we got to do what we got to do to get through it. And, don't want to get political, but by golly, get the vaccine, folks. Get the vaccine.
Thanks, Mark. Appreciate it very much. Take care of yourself.
Thank you.
All right, Mark Stock, Big Iron Auction Company, with some nice thoughts there. And, boy, are they going to be busy. Whew,
yeah,
or have been busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We also want to take time this morning to back up just a little bit and thank and re-thank the folks who put on the Light It Up decorating contest. We had the announcement yesterday. Andy and Cassandra came in from Gibbons Electric and Gibbons Gadgets and the Viero store down in Ansley. And they were in to announce the winners yesterday because this was kind of Andy's baby. He started this last year and wanted to know if we wanted to get involved. And as he said yesterday, this year they got hooked up as well with Stephanie at the Broken Bow Chamber. So thanks to all the businesses who made it possible, including the Broken Bow Chamber, Gibbons Electric, Varney Health Mart, Nebraska State Bank, the Grocery Cart, Custer Public Power, Ansley Lumber and Supply, Black Hills Energy, Sargent Pipe, and Gary's Superfoods, all a part of making the contest available. And, of course, Jeremy Shipe, thank you very much for all the work you did to set this up on the web, on Sandhills Express, to make it so people could see the pictures, along with Stephanie down at the Chamber. They took the entries, and it'll be even bigger next year. But thanks to those businesses. And congratulations, too, once again, Ashley Brandon of Anselmo, Don and Sandra Hardy of Anselmo. That's in the home category. On the business side, Cousin Eddie's Campground up at Myrna. Drive up and take a look. Natural Escapes in Cozad, also winning. So congratulations to Natural Escapes. Appreciate them sending their picture in. And all you folks out there who voted, thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right. You know, as we travel through radio life, we've had so many different people work with us here at the station. When you get out and about and you start looking around, you know, we were mentioned earlier, Julie Talene, who worked as a news director here and now's at the police department. No, she's not under arrest. She wasn't arrested. She actually works there. And Carol Allen, who we worked with when she was with the police department, and Cheryl Smith, who ran KCNI KBBN as a manager and longtime salesperson ahead of that. And then Mo Hunsberger, who is our business partner and comes in and spends time with us. All four of those people, I should say, would be happy to help you become a bell ringer. We mentioned that earlier. So we want to encourage you to get in and do a little bell ring, and it really lifts the soul.
It does. I got to be honest, though, there was a moment of, how do you describe it? A moment of concern, a moment of worry when we were ringing bells last night. one of the members of the Broken Bow Police Department, I believe, showed up there at the grocery cart.
Yes, he did.
And when we saw him get out of his vehicle, I got to be honest, I was extremely nervous. I didn't know if maybe we were being a little bit too raucous or whatever, and I didn't know if maybe we were in trouble with the law. But I think he was just there to pick up some groceries with his lovely wife.
Yes, he was.
But boy, just, that moment where you see the police coming up toward you, you do get a little bit nervous. And I'm awfully glad he wasn't around when you started pushing Shannon around in the grocery cart, because that that could have been disturbing the peace, I'm guessing.
Well,
but
I noticed some people in the store were laughing and some people were not.
I'm sure. You didn't run into anybody, did you?
No, we didn't.
Now, you didn't knock anything over. I mean, they weren't on the speaker going, pick up on aisle 4.
No, we
weren't
just
doing that.
We just made one lap around the checkout
store?
stands, and some people were finding it humorous, and some people looked like, what the heck are you idiots doing? And I was like you when I saw Officer Hansen headed to our group. I took off. I was headed
well,
for the
I think
car.
the one who was sweating the most was you. I did notice that.
Isn't there a 7-year grace period after?
I don't know. Can I say thanks to Kristen Shirley? Works in what a wonder. You and I were both empty with the coffee cup here this morning, so I went to fill it up. The coffee pot was dry, and Kristen said, "Brent, I'm sorry. Don't worry about it. I'll make a fresh pot and I'll fill up your cups and I'll bring them into you." Wow, what a sweetheart.
She's nice.
Thank you.
I like Kristen. I like Shirley too. Oh, surely not.
Don't
I got
call me Shirley.
Please don't call me Shirley. We got a call, not a call, but I guess it's a call on a text and a beautiful picture from up in the Sandhills. I think Butch might have sent this from Rifle Creek.
Oh, good.
Gorgeous sunrise.
Wow.
Isn't
yeah,
that pretty?
that is beautiful.
Yeah. Speaking of that, there's some calendar contests coming up that I know Gavin had a story on yesterday, how you can get into a calendar contest. And also, I have an email from another group who's going to have a calendar contest. I would think it would be a very proud moment if your photograph made a calendar.
What's amazing to me is, and I'm sure Butch took that picture with his phone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
pretty amazing.
Some of these phones are just, I don't know, it's just hard for me to grasp that you can just take out your phone. I mean, we call it a phone. Is it a phone?
It's a computer.
It's a computer, right?
With a camera in it.
But anyway, some of these phones can take amazing pictures that turn out real nice.
They have 3 lenses in them nowadays.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
I still have one of the old ones. My phone doesn't take quite as nice pictures.
Yeah, well, Butch took a dandy this morning.
I still remember the excitement when my parents got the Polaroid. You know, when it spit the picture out at the bottom, and then you'd wave it in the air, trying to get it to develop quicker.
You kind of like the way it smelled.
Yeah, but that was exciting because you had an instant picture.
You did, although sometimes people had white eyes in those.
Well, yeah.
You get that white eye thing.
Or sometimes you'd get the you'd get the blotch up in the corner. Remember that?
Oh, yeah.
When you'd pull in, then you'd have to get everybody back together again and then take another photo. And now just wait. Don't move. Don't go anywhere till we see if it turned out. Then you'd start waving it in the air and trying to get it to
Well, that was
develop.
really the first time with the Polaroid, which made it so popular, even though the quality wasn't all that great. I mean, once in a while you'd get a good one.
But it was instant.
Instant, and you could tell just what you said.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, you were looking away, your eyes were closed.
Yeah.
And being a former photographer using film, that was always the mystery. You would take 4 or 5 shots of a wedding group and hope that when they came back, everybody's eyes were open, or maybe somebody wasn't looking away or moving and blurring the picture, depending on how you had your camera set up. Now digital,
Yeah.
Clink, 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 and you've got 10 pictures if you want to of the same thing, and most of the time you'll get a good one out of it and you get to see it right away, and then you send it to all your friends. But don't you really believe that looking at the scenic picture of Butch's, that it's more satisfying to take a picture of a sunrise than yourself?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've never been a fan of the selfie.
I have not. I don't know that many selfies. There's some people that take good selfies, but it's too close. It shows more than you really want, and it kind of makes your face look weird if you get too close.
Yeah.
And you got to look up and hold the camera up. And
yeah.
The only selfies that I remember ever taking is when Joan and I was in Nova Scotia, and we tried to take one by the beach up there, by a lake or by the ocean. It took us quite a while to take one selfie.
Yeah.
And none of them were. Oh, Joan looked great.
Yeah.
But good morning, Joan. How you doing?
Yeah.
Boy, she is baking like a
Is
baker.
she?
Yeah.
Great.
Man, she's got it going on when you walk in. Don't you love walking in the kitchen when there's some bread baking or cookies baking or some spaghetti percolating or meatloaf loafing?
Yes.
Especially this time of year when it's kind of cold out and you walk in and the kitchen's all warm.
Yep.
Yeah. Happy birthday goes out today to Kenna McCaslin. Oh, Kenna, you're making us feel old here. Kenna is 18 today.
Oh, wow.
Remember when Kenna would come in, and then later on Kenna and her sister, and do Gateway Motors commercials?
Yeah,
They were the first ones to start, what's the Chevy Roads thing, the saying? Find new roads.
Oh.
For a while, Bob and I didn't know what the heck they were talking about.
Oh.
Find new roads. Well, scratch my head on that one. But Kenna McCaslin, 18 years old today. My goodness, young lady. Always very, very nice to be around. Happy birthday to you. Ressa Marshall, 67. Lana Moran is celebrating a birthday today. Now, you know Lana. She's putting up with, I believe, Larry.
Oh, okay.
For many years now. She's a very durable person. Wonderful person. Vicki Jensen, happy birthday. And here's one that rings a bell for many of you. Angie Brown Miller's 45 today. Oh, I mean, she's celebrating a birthday today.
Oh, right. Happy birthday.
Sweetheart of a girl. Used to work at the library with my wife.
Oh, yeah.
And they still talk books when they get together. Dirty Harry. This is not a birthday. Well, let me save that one for a moment. I'll just give you a little teaser.
Okay.
Dirty Harry.
Okay. Go
Other
ahead,
birthdays, if you're celebrating a birthday today, and by the way, Bonnie Barnett is celebrating her first birthday today.
Oh, the first one today.
Yep, having a little party going on.
Happy birthday.
Samuel L. Jackson is 73 today, considered one of the most popular actors in his generation. Has played Nick Fury in the Marvel Universe, Agent Flynn in Snakes on a Plane. I never did see that one.
Me either.
And he also played Jules Winfield in Pulp Fiction. Boy, he was awesome in that show. Jane Fonda, one of the favorites here in Nebraska. She is originally from Nebraska. People love her here. She's 84 today, though.
Really? 84?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Actress and activist. Most of the folks around here like her because she's an activist. But she is an Oscar-winning actress. And she has won 2 Oscars in the 70s and now stars as Grace Hansen in a Netflix comedy. I didn't know that. The show's called Grace and Frankie. Do you know that? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I've never watched it, but yeah, I've heard of the show.
I just remember when she was starting to become an activist after being an actor or actress, and I'm not going to say it.
Okay.
Kiefer Sutherland is...
Oh, Jack Bauer.
He's 55
One of
today.
my favorite television characters.
Yep. Also was in The Fugitive. He's just made a living playing cool characters. And he is 55 today. And Ray Romano was 64 today.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if I would have guessed that old for Ray Romano.
Everybody loves Raymond, right?
Oh, man. I still watch the reruns and I laugh.
Yeah, he's good.
Every time. That was such a good show.
And Chris Efford famous tennis player.
Oh.
She's a former world #1 tennis player who won 18 Grand Slam single championships and 3 doubles titles. And she is 67 today.
Okay.
She still does some commentary.
I think so, yeah.
During some of the bigger tournaments. She was always in a love affairs. I remember dating somebody back in the day. Some other tennis players. Spoiled brats.
Oh, okay.
When you had to, date spoiled brats, it would have been tough.
Oh, okay.
So those are the birthdays today, my friend.
Thank you. Go back to, I'm curious, what about Dirty Harry?
Oh, thanks for bringing it back to me. This is going to be kind of amazing. Today's the 50th anniversary of the first Dirty Harry, starring Clint Eastwood as a blunt, tough as nails police detective who loved to shoot people.
Go ahead, punk. Make my day.
But the thing about that is you just let into it. That didn't come along until in the later Dirty Harrys.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which I think a lot of us...
It wasn't in the original?
No. Let's see here. Did you know Dirty Harry didn't say his famous line, "Go ahead and make my day," until the third film in 1983.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh.
But he always played a tough guy.
Yeah.
One of my favorite films is when he was a jazz DJ. Big film called Play Misty for Me. You'll have to catch that one.
Can't say I've ever seen that one.
He's a soft-spoken jazz DJ, and he would get a request, and the lady would call in and play Misty for me. Well, she had an attraction for him.
Oh.
And started, they dated, let's just put it that way.
Oh.
And then she started stalking him when he decided she was weird and he didn't want to be around her.
Oh.
And
so he quit playing Misty.
Yeah, and she started getting violent.
Oh, wow. Okay, well.
That probably is a 70s film.
Is it?
I'm thinking. He had a lot of hair yet then.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
His most recent film is really good. If you want to check that one out.
Okay. What's that? Oh, the Cry Macho one?
Yes. Go see it or get it.
Yeah.
It was at the theater here at Fox. Yeah. I like when he directs them, they're pretty interesting.
He's played some memorable characters over the years.
Well, hard to beat Rawhide.
Yep. Good old Rowdy Yates. Gil Favor.
Oh man, I love that show. Nothing like
what was the cook? Wishbone? Wishbone.
Yeah, and all you needed back then was even when they started to be reruns. I'd go home after playing baseball in the late summer when it was getting kind of cool, and they would have Rawhide on like at 10 o'clock or 10:30, whatever, and throw toast in the oven, toast about 8 pieces all at once, and then make a cup of hot chocolate and toast and watch Rawhide. Yeah. Oh man, you couldn't get better than that.
Isn't it interesting how television shows bring back memories like that?
Yeah.
Not only do you remember the show, but you remember, what you did, like you just said. I made toast, and I'd always watch an episode of.
Yeah. I actually got caught. My wife caught me the other day watching I Dream of Jeannie again.
Oh, yeah.
There's a channel that carries all those shows, and she was on it, and it was a colored version.
Oh, wow.
It had turned from black and white to color. Oh, my God, yeah. And here's the thing. Hoyt Axton was a guest actor on the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That he said he always wanted to be a gunfighter or go back to the Western days. And she said, "All right, master." And there he was.
Oh, really?
And Hoyt Axton was the bad guy who wanted to gun him down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Neat. You're talking about Westerns. I came across... I didn't realize he was, of course, when I think of Steve McQueen, I think of the movies that Steve McQueen was in. But he was in Wanted Dead or Alive.
Oh,
when
gosh.
When he's the bounty hunter.
Has the sawed-off shotgun?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Man, I got hooked on those. Those are good.
Well, it's hard to beat Paladin, but that come close.
Paladin,
oh, yeah. No Paladin.
Have Gun Will Travel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed a trip down TV memory lane.
Yeah.
Right now, let's go back to the Christmas theme.
Oh, half a mile north. The Secret Garden, open daily through 2 p.m. on Christmas Eve.
All right, it's about 2 minutes away from news time, so we'll take a little break, catch up on some news, and then we have some things we want to tell you about, some businesses and so forth, and some activities. And we'll look for some more guests coming in as well. That's all coming up here on this Tuesday edition of the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Bruning Bank would like to wish everyone a happy holiday season and a successful new year. We are here to help you with all of your banking needs and help you reach your financial goals in 2022. Visit us online at bruningbank.com. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
There's a difference between treating the pain and treating the problem. At Pearson Physical Therapy, we strive to not only reduce your pain, but actually treat the underlying cause so that you remain pain-free, even after you finish physical therapy. If you're frustrated by pain that keeps coming back, Pearson Physical Therapy can give you the tools that will keep you moving pain-free. Call Pearson's in Broken Bow at 308-872-5800 or check us out on the web at pearsonpt.com. Get the treatment you need and the care you deserve at Pearson Physical Therapy.
Need stocking stuffers? Hey Geared for Sports in Broken Bow has those. This week they are on sale for 20% off. Some stocking stuffers include socks, water bottles, stocking caps, hats, and more. Maybe your stocking is nearly stuffed. Finish it off with the help of Geared for Sports. Stocking stuffers 20% off. Geared for Sports open until 2 on Christmas Eve, west side of the square in Broken Bow.
Listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KPBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Omicron is sweeping the country. It now accounts for at least 73% of all COVID cases in the U.S., many among the vaccinated. Dr. Anthony Fauci.
You're going to be reading about breakthrough infections because this virus is extremely good at transmitting from person to person. But vaccination and boosting clearly is the answer to protecting yourself from infection.
President Biden set to outline a plan to mobilize the military to help overwhelmed hospitals. CBS's Ed O'Keefe says he also aims to make testing more available.
The president plans to use the Defense Production Act to boost the production of at-home COVID tests.
Jurors deliberating for a second day at Ghislaine Maxwell's sex trafficking trial in New York City. CBS's Mola Lenghi is at the courthouse this morning.
The defense argued that victims have inconsistent memories, at least the ones who testified here, and that they were motivated by money.
CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Deb Carson.
In Monday Night Football action, the Vikings beat the Bears in Chicago 17-9 at 7-7. Minnesota moves into the final NFC wildcard spot. Raiders edge the Browns 16-14 on Daniel Carlson's last-second 48-yard field goal. Both of these teams are 7-7 and are both on the outside looking in as far as the AFC playoff picture. Week 15 wraps up tonight with two games that had been postponed due to COVID. Both games kick off at 7 Eastern. The 9-4 Rams host the 5-8 Seahawks at SoFi Stadium. Washington football team visits the Eagles in Philadelphia. Both of these teams are 6-7. Had one bowl game last night. Tulsa won the Myrtle Beach Bowl, defeating Old Dominion 30-17. And the NHL has decided to pause its season on Wednesday for the Christmas break due to COVID issues. Games are scheduled to resume next Monday, December 27th.
Here's your weatherology forecast. For today, we'll see gradually clearing skies with highs working up to 44 degrees. Winds a bit breezy from the northwest. Then for tonight, mostly clear, lows in the upper teens. Wednesday, trending milder with lots of sun, will reach a high of 55. Thursday, sunny to partly cloudy, a high of 58. And for Friday, still well above average, low 50s. For the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Michael Carroll.
News and weather was brought to you today by Custer Electric and Irrigation in Broken Bow. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer, has the offerings you're looking for this winter to prepare for next year. As you know, every season brings new focuses. Here are theirs right now. Specials on driveline conversions, sprinkler packages, and winter maintenance specials to name a few. If you've worked with Custer Electric and Irrigation in the past, you know that they want to get you taken care of the right way at the best price possible. They encourage you to get the work you need done scheduled as soon as possible because prices are rapidly increasing for a lot of supplies. Plus, that schedule book can only get so full. Don't forget licensed electrical work you might need done too on ag, commercial, and residential applications. Ask for a free quote. Custer Electric and Irrigation, your local Zematic by Lindsay dealer in Broken Bow, serving the whole area with electrical, agricultural, and commercial services. Call today at 872-7786. Follow them on Facebook or visit custerei.com. Custer Electric and Irrigation. Experience the difference.
9:03, 28 degrees outside. Big thank you to Custer Electric and Irrigation for being part of the breakfast show. We appreciate it very much. Suzanne is here from Off-Broadway.
Good.
Now, let's find out a little bit about Suzanne, if she's been a good girl this year and what she wants for Christmas.
Okay.
And if she hasn't been a good girl, what she expects for amounts of coal and so forth.
Okay.
I'd like to know.
I'll let you ask all that.
I'd like to know more about her ranch, too. She mentions the ranch once in a while.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Let's get personal.
Okay.
Before we do that, though, we have a little Christmas cheer from a kindergartner from Broken Bow, and then we'll get Suzanne in here and visit with her.
Sounds good.
All right, here we go.
They have their stockings. We have ours.
I like the way the line runs up the back of the stocking.
We hope yours are filled up this Christmas. Happy holidays from the Rock of the Sandhills. 95.3 KBBN.
This interview is brought to you by Trotter Service. This is Emily, and I'm speaking with Mr. Beckham today. Beckham, how old are you?
5.
Are you having a good day? What do you like about kindergarten?
Doing puzzles.
You like doing puzzles? Yeah, that sounds fun. And do you know what holiday is coming up?
Christmas.
That's right. What does Christmas mean to you?
Getting presents.
It does. And were you good this year? What kind of presents did you ask for?
A skateboard.
How fun. Do you know how to ride a skateboard? Or you'll figure it out, huh? Yeah. What other kind of presents did you ask for?
A Hot Wheel car.
Hot Wheels. How fun. Did you make a letter to Santa asking for what you wanted? You did. How does Santa get to your house?
Go down the chimney.
Down the chimney? And where does Santa live?
In the North Pole.
The North Pole? How does he get here?
Ride his sleigh.
That's right. And do you know what the names of his reindeer are?
No.
No. What about the one with the red nose?
Rudolph.
Yes, Rudolph. Well, Beckham, what's your favorite Christmas song?
Frosty the Snowman.
Frosty the Snowman. I like that one too. Do you have any brothers or sisters? What are their names?
Maverick, Maisie, and Brooklyn.
Yeah. Do you guys all like to play in the snow together when it snows? Do you know how to build a snowman? How do you do that?
Roll circles in the snow.
Yeah.
One's big, and the other one's kind of big, and the one's super tiny.
For the head. That's right. Well, what does your family do to celebrate Christmas?
Wrap presents.
You wrap presents? And do you have a Christmas tree?
Yeah.
What's it look like?
It's really tall.
Really tall. Did you help decorate it? Yeah. Well, Beckham, I hope you have a good Christmas, okay?
Okay.
Can you say Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Beckham. And this interview is brought to you by Trotter Service.
Up and Go Breakfast Show. Suzanne is here from Off-Broadway Assisted Living. Merry Christmas to you.
Merry Christmas.
We'd like to talk about Off-Broadway, but we want to do that just a little bit later on. I'd like to ask you some personal
here
questions.
He goes with this we again. I want you to please understand that this is not a we.
Okay.
Okay? This is Dave wants to know.
Okay.
Okay? I just want to clarify that. He always brings we into
Not
it.
just Dave. Let me just set an example for you, Suzanne. Online this morning, we have Denise Erickson, who is watching and listening, wishing us a Merry Christmas. I'm sure she
Merry
wants
Christmas,
to know
Denise.
more about Suzanne.
Well, okay.
Also, Sally Bell sending us a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year with, Sally, there's little presents, pictures of presents and a star and so forth.
Oh,
there.
nice.
Sally, good to hear from you. Mary Beth Allen Brower, listening in Wyoming while driving her car.
Oh, wow, cool.
So she's gonna definitely want to hear about your ranch. And Sherry Taubenheim listening from Southern Ohio this morning. So we have a vast audience, and of course the audience here in Central Nebraska. So we want to get to know you a little bit better.
Okay.
There's that we again.
Okay, what do you want to know?
Well, earlier we were talking about sending the husband shopping at the grocery store or to go get something. How's that been for you?
Well, we were conquering and dividing Walmart one time, and I sent Brian after bread, and he brings back a baby. And I said, Brian, put the baby back. We just need a loaf of bread.
We don't need a baby.
Some friends of ours had their twin grandkids there, and he wanted me to see that they were there with the twins. So, but I was completely surprised. I sent him after a loaf of bread, and he comes back with a baby.
Walmart sells a lot of things, but
Yeah.
So, well, I don't know. We talked about that this morning because, you have cell phones nowadays. So you'll see guys in the aisle looking around, talking to somebody back home. That does help, I guess, unless you get in an argument.
Yeah, I'll raise my hand again.
So I was kind of curious. I thought maybe folks, you've mentioned the ranch a few times when you've been on the air, and I know you're a country girl. Tell us about the ranch, what kind of operation it is and where it's located and how you balance that between what you're doing, the good things you're doing at Off-Broadway.
Well, first of all, thank you for the interest, and thank you for asking. Ranching is a passion, and I live on my husband's family's ranch. Our grandson's the 6th generation. That's part of it. We raise Hereford cattle. We have some crossbreds too, but it's been a Hereford ranch from way back. We raise cattle, horses, and just hay. Our guys, my boys and Brian have a hay company that they do as well. I actually get to spray thistles at the ranch, and I am the official gate painter. So I like to keep all the gates painted and the buildings painted, and it's due again. That's a never-ending job, but the pride that you get when you take care of a place like that. I've seen pictures, black and white pictures from Brian's grandparents' early years as married, and there wasn't a tree on the place. And I see pictures of them having in this little house. Brian's grandma was came from a big family, and they would all, with their spouses, come out to the ranch and have these family dinners on Sundays. And I've seen pictures of them, and I just like to continue that. It means a lot to me. We have... When we brand on branding day, I probably spend 3 days getting ready just for the meal. I cook for 50 to 70 people.
Oh my goodness!
It's a big day. Brian always says there's big days on the ranch. Branding and preg checking are some of the 2 biggest days on the ranch. So just being able to raise the boys out there and see the memories that we've had so far, and it's kind of exciting. When our grandson's the 6th generation, he's going to be 3 months old.
Oh, boy.
And so just, you just have all that future and all that hope. Not every ranch is like the Yellowstone Ranch. That's for sure.
Well, let's hope not.
Yeah. But I just, our place, we always like to have people out and to feel comfortable and feel welcome. And so that's kind of the ranch in a nutshell. I hunt with greyhounds. So I have 5 hounds that I like to go coyote hunt with. It's just something I do on my own. I get a lot of joy just from those dogs. Are so loving and kind, and they're so smart and fast, and I feel like everything I'm not, those dogs are. So.
There's not as many people that do that anymore. It seemed like there was a lot of people doing that 25 years ago, maybe. My uncle did it. He'd take his dad with him. But you don't hear as much about that. So I don't know if I'm just out of touch, or maybe you're just kind of continuing something that isn't maybe being done as much. But
there's a lot of people that do in Kansas. I grew up in the Sandhills, and there's people that still do it up in the hills too. And I probably don't hunt. I hunt the grandma style, I guess I call it. It's not probably as aggressive in 100 mile an hour like some of the guys do, but it's something that I do on my own, and I really enjoy it. And it's good for me where I work in the office and I work in town. I like to be connected with nature. I like the hills. I like walking them. I like being with the dogs, and so that's something that I do just to help decompress and get my bearings and get grounded a little bit. When you talk about working in town, I see a lot of ranch wives that I have a friend who manages the feedlot in Oconto, Michelle Pearson, and she's just an amazing woman to me because, she gets up every day. She spends long hours processing cattle, driving the feed truck, but she's a good cook. She can sew, she can do, she's a classy lady, and just her diversity that she does. There's a lot of us. I have a good friend in Callaway, Stephanie Ross, who teaches school, and then, is a good part of their farm as well. So I think it's just something that we all do.
It's a good story. And that's located where? Your ranch, I'm sorry.
Our ranch, I'm sorry. You did ask me that. We're south of Broken Bow. We're close to the shooting range. We're east and south of the shooting range on Pressy. And so we have some ground that actually borders the shooting range, which I'll be honest with you, a little bit
wild.
Hairy and wild during deer season, and everybody's sighting their guns in. But so that's kind of where we're at back in there.
Yeah. Familiar with that. I think I don't know if there's the Eichelbergers were down in that area. And of course, the other question I have, and this is a serious question, do you ever have to run into Dan Eggleston at all?
Oh, yes. Dan Eggleston and my father-in-law Gary used to be in the South Loop Sunrise together.
Yeah, that's right. Do you have any, you mentioned the rancher, the wife of the partnership of the ranch. How do you think Sandy does it?
Sandy with Dan?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to go there. They are good people.
They're great people.
They're old family friends of the Glendys, and the Eggleston family in Oconto is just people get cheeky that it should be Egglestonville because there's so many Egglestons there, but you talk about a good bunch of people. They even the older ones that like Bonnie. Eggleston that used to have Blue Jean Cafe. Our guys used to go in there many times and have her pies. Actually, Bonnie did all my pies one year for branding, and my husband was almost emotional when he walked in, and there's probably 15 of Bonnie Eggleston's pies on the table, but they're good people.
Yeah, excellent. Well, I don't want to ruin it for you, but I am related to the Egglestons, so kind of keep that in mind. There are some dark horses in this.
I do have an Eggleston story, actually.
Okay.
I was at the feedlot in Oconto one day, and I was just out of college, and I was scrubbing tanks, and it was hot, and Roger Eggleston came down the hill on a paint horse, and he was hooping and hollering and said, hold your arm up, and I did, and he scooped me up, and he put me on the back of his horse, and he didn't even miss a beat. It was the most awesome experience in my life. But yeah, so anyways, yeah, they're good people.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to work with Glenn at Sperry, New Holland, manufacturing plant many years ago. And of course, he was a relative anyway, but didn't really know him that well. And Don and, all that generation. The family reunions were always fun. And of course, there's an Eggleston up on Rhino, who is really rowdy. Oh, I didn't even want to go there. So what is your brand for the ranch?
Okay, so I have my own cow herd too. So I have my own LLC, and mine is a quarter circle with spears on the end of it. And then Brian's brand is actually, our brand is actually a V and a backwards C. His grandpa was a Van Cleve, and we got that one position, and we got that brand after he passed away. So we have the V backwards C. That's nice. Thanks for the story. Yeah, it's kind of like Old Home Week, Isn't that how the Sandhills and how Central Nebraska goes? As you know, there's a connection there with somebody somewhere. Yeah, there almost always is. Almost always. And at Christmas, I think, fortunately, we think about those things a little bit more. Probably should do it more often during the year. We get busy doing our thing and step back. Always enjoyed the stories that my dad told about the Egglestons and their horses, and there's I won't remember which ones, but they went on a cattle drive many years ago up into the Sandhill. I mean, there's a lot of really cool stories about people like that. So that especially that World War II generation. Mm-hmm. I mean, the fun that they could have, the stories that they have, how they just made life. Literally, they had nothing, and they made life out of nothing. You know what I mean? They just the memories in the gardens and the cattle drives and seeing those old black and white pictures of Grandma Elsie on horseback, and all that retro stuff. I mean, it warms your heart, and it helps form who we are. And I think that's so important. I mean, having family, having that connection to where you live, where you grow up, where you reside now, to me, that means something, having those roots, that connection. I talked to people who played baseball back in the 50s with Brian's uncle, and he actually had a chance to play with the St. Louis Cardinals. Wow. And didn't. He stayed at the ranch, but just the people that remember him and what the nicknames, and it just is special. It is heartwarming. I love that kind of stuff. Yeah. The baseball, I'm sure you've had these conversations, every community and those wherever there was a school, there was pretty much a community back then, and maybe even a little store at some of them many years ago, but they always had a baseball team, and so they would go from one countryside to the other and play on Sundays. And wouldn't that have been fun to be sitting in the stands or leaning against the old pickup watching those games? I completely agree that nostalgia. And that's one of the things after you have grandkids that you realize that just the nostalgic part and those stories, you just want to keep them going. So I am all about nostalgia with this time of year too. Those are the best gifts. Yeah, very best. Now Brent actually had his grandkids over last evening. He is a little bit out of. He had to do a lot of wrestling last night.
Yes, we did. I don't quite have the stamina that I used to.
Well, those are fun stories, Suzanne, and hope the ranch continues to do well, and the tradition continues. Now, I don't know how you mixed all this up. You had to go off and go to college and get degrees and so forth, and remain a ranch girl, and then come back and head up things at Off-Broadway. So it's a pretty interesting mix, but we're glad you're doing it. And we're glad Off-Broadway's here because it is a niche that needs filled for folks who want to remain active and maybe not worry about things like cleaning the yard up and cleaning the gutters and all of those things that come with ownership. And you're very flexible. You want to start there I know you've been talking about having rooms for temporary, full-time. It's just like me as a ranch wife and me living on a ranch. You have to reinvent yourself. If you want to stay home, or you want to stay local, you want to stay in Custer County, and that's me. I had to reinvent myself as a ranch wife to fit. What I was doing wasn't working, so then here I am at Off-Broadway. And I share that because I think about people that are aging. I'm aging too. Oh, and you're not even. Oh, well, bless your heart. But I was thinking about this on my drive in this morning,
there's always a chance to kind of reinvent yourself. I mean, that doesn't mean that you change who you are necessarily, or your moral fiber or your values, but maybe you reinvent what you need to do to stay in Custer County or to stay close to your family or your friends. So with that, I bring to you the opportunity at Off Broadway. You can move in and you can live there temporarily. We have had interest, and nobody's quite ready to cross the threshold in there yet, but we do have an interest of people who maybe just want to test the waters. And I absolutely encourage you to do that. Bring what you need to get through the winter. Make it feel comfortable and warm in your apartment. But I was thinking about those winds that we endured last week and the cold. And I looked at even this morning things that I thought I had picked up at the ranch. I looked again this morning and was like, oh my gosh, how did I miss that? You know, but just enduring and not having to tie your lawn furniture down, or if your girl blows over across the street or whatnot. But I guess I just encourage people, just don't put yourself in a little box that think it has to be you're either home or you're in a nursing home. Come to Off Broadway if you're lonesome, if those long winter nights get longer, or you're worried about the weather. You know, maybe you've had a procedure done and you're just, in your mind, you just don't feel 100% to be on your own. You know, I have had, and I've been listening to some talks and reading, one of the good things that came out of this pandemic, and I'm in an industry where I need to fill my building. You know, the bottom line is I need to fill my building.
Sure.
But one of the good things that I saw that came out of the pandemic, guys, was that people were trying to be more connected with their aging parents. And that is something that we've needed to do for a long, long time as a society. We've needed to, be in contact, look out for our elderly. And a lot of people were like, they couldn't get home, but they did better at communicating. They were worried about their parents. They set up Zoom meetings. They did better about calling. And that is something that is so positive that came out of the pandemic. But yet now people are trying to figure out that work-home life balance. Some people are having like caregiver burnout. And so I just encourage people to think outside the box. It is never too late to move into Off Broadway, and it's never too early. You know, don't wait until you have one of those moments where, we got to do something about dad or about mom. Give them a chance to get the feel of the place, see what we can do, and then, you can make a firm decision, or a plan later.
Ease into it.
Right.
Those folks who make that decision to be a permanent, how do I want to put it? A permanent part of the family at Off Broadway. They can do that too, and I know you're set up for that. Was the original model for it. You've changed, as you mentioned, a little bit. I think one of the things that most people struggle with who are alone is the meals. Something about sitting at a table by yourself is not that much fun. And you guys have a great dining room. People sit around the tables and enjoy one another's company while they eat. That, to me, is one of the most important things that you offer, and in a family casual way. I think that's a real plus for you.
I appreciate that. It is, and we want it to feel like family. We want people to have the opportunity to have their independence, to have privacy, and then come down to the dining room. I'll tell you, when we started loosening up regulations with this whole COVID thing, hearing the laughter and hearing the noise come out of the dining room, because it's the center of the building. It's the heart of the building. It's just like at home. And it's just like how when you walk in and you hear your family chatting at the holidays, there's something that just fills your bucket, so to speak, when you hear that. And as an administrator, hearing that noise, seeing that conversation, having people staying in the dining rooms, having coffee after the meals, it just fills my heart. And it really, I mean that sincerely, because, having that connection, and that's what it's about at the end of the day. Are your parents, are they safe? Have they had something nutritious and warm to eat? are people looking out for them. And if it's not us, it's our community members at Off Broadway look out for each other. I haven't seen so and so for a couple days. I'm going to go knock on her door, or they just build that community within Off Broadway. So yeah, we are doing a really special prime rib Christmas dinner for our residents this year on Christmas Day, because we just want them to know that they are very valued and that we appreciate them so much. And I just welcome people to come in and take a look. And if you're not ready to commit for a lifetime, which can be very, very overwhelming, how about committing for just a couple months and just test the waters and see what you think?
Okay. Well, this has been fun.
Yeah.
We got to talk about the ranch and how husbands can't shop. But most importantly, we talk about the flexibility and the willingness to make people comfortable when they come into Off-Broadway and give it a try. And then if they decide to stay, that's great. If they decide they want to go back home for the summer, spend another summer at home, that's okay too. So thank you very much.
Thank you, guys, and Merry Christmas.
You too. Thanks. You too. I think that's it. I was going to maybe reveal some more things about the Egglestons, but I'll leave that up to you. You know Lloyd, don't you, up top of Rhino?
I do. You know what I got to tell you about the Egglestons? After all being in Custer County almost 35 years, they are good dancers. Lloyd and Sandra. I can't think of the other one right now. Chuck and Vicky.
Oh, Chuck, yes.
They are, Chuck and Vicky on the dance floor, they are beautiful dancers. And I remember even Donnie and Bonnie dancing, at wedding dances or in Oconto at dances. But those Egglestons can sure cut a rug, that's for sure. They're good dancers.
Well, Chuck's just plain wild, so dancing would just fit pretty well. Did you, when you were, are you from this area originally?
Bassett,
okay. So Oconto area wasn't much of kind of the same feel.
Yeah, pretty much.
Did you ever get a dance in the old dance hall, before the tornado took it?
Yes.
Yeah,
our wedding dance was up there.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Yep. Our wedding dance was in the old community center up there, and we were one of the families that was in the senior center when the tornado hit.
Oh, really? Wow.
So, we had a REA pole in our pickup, and and we had a little family, Clifford and Nikki Badgley and us, and Conroy's. There was a bunch of us that were down there. Brenda and Richard Still, and all our kids were small, and we had a little Halloween party there.
Oh.
And so we were one of the families that were.
Fortunately, that kind of set down from.
Yeah, it was underneath.
Yeah.
The senior center was underneath the community center, so to speak. But yeah, we have a lot of really good memories at the old dance hall and roller skating. Up, they used to roller skate there, and then of memories of being in that tornado.
Yeah, roller skating was a lot of fun in there. I remember, how sometimes you just remember that when somebody else corrects you and slows you down, you probably remember it more than if your mom or dad would have. And I remember my Uncle Elmer, I was really having a little bit too much fun, and he just stopped me when I went by and got a hold of my shoulder and says, "Dave, you need to slow it down a little bit. Somebody's going to get hurt." Now, Uncle Elmer, I will do exactly what you say. I suppose if my dad would have grabbed my shoulder, I probably would have did the same thing too.
Yeah.
But it was a lot of fun in there, wasn't it?
There's a lot of good memories in there, and in town, Joe's Speed Store.
Yes,
Joe's Speed Store, and I just remember our guys going into Bonnie's to Blue Jean Cafe, and then they'd go over and get a load of feed from Joe, and just a lot of really good memories. The old Farmers Bank there with Charles Devine and Rob Waterman, and this is 30 some years ago, but yeah, just making sure that. And Egglestons do a good job of that to make sure that Oconto stays as best as it can.
Yeah, there was a feed store, and then there was a grocery store there. gosh, what was the name of that?
John Likas.
Likas. Yes, we used to deliver feed. Dad had a feed store, and we delivered to O'Connell, and the Likas family was great too.
They that store was gone when I came here, but John and Linda were quite the people there.
Yeah. Played some softball against some of the members of the Likas family. Yeah. O'Connell's got a lot of history. It's a good place.
It is a good place. Well, thank you very much,
Thank
guys.
you.
It was fun to reminisce a little bit today.
Thanks for
Appreciate
coming in.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope I didn't get too personal.
No, I appreciate the opportunity. It's always good to. It's something that you know about anyway when you talk about yourself.
Well,
Thank
it's
you.
a lot of fun to talk about. We're going to jump into another Christmas interview. One of the Broken Bow kindergartners will be featured coming up next.
Christmas time is here again.
Merry Christmas from your Real Rock station, 95.3 KBBN.
This interview is brought to you by Gibbons Electric. This is Emily, and what's your name?
McCray.
McCray. How old are you?
5.
5 years old. What are you learning in kindergarten today? What are you guys doing today?
Making gingerbread.
Making gingerbread? That sounds fun, huh? Do you like kindergarten?
Yeah.
Good. Well, McCray, do you know what holiday's coming up?
Christmas.
Very good. What does Christmas mean to you?
It means you get presents from Santa.
You do? How does Santa get to your house?
He flies there.
Yeah? Did you write Santa a letter telling him what you wanted for Christmas?
Yeah.
And what did you ask for?
A remote control car.
A remote control car. That's a good one. Have you ever driven those before?
Yeah.
Yeah? That sounds fun. What's your favorite Christmas song? Do you like Frosty or Jingle Bells?
Jingle bells.
Yeah, very good. Do you have any brothers or sisters?
I have a brother and sister.
Yeah, are you going to get them any Christmas presents?
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you going to get them?
My brother wants a PS5 and my sister wants a big Barbie house.
A big Barbie house. Oh, boy. What are their names?
Macklin and Jewel.
Oh, very good. Well, what does your family do to celebrate Christmas? Do you have any decorations at your house?
Yeah.
Yeah? Like what? Do you have a Christmas tree?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's it look like?
It's green. And we decorated it with ornaments.
With ornaments? What's your favorite ornament on the tree?
My dog that passed away.
Oh, you had a dog.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you passed away. What was your dog's name?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Maybe you'll get another dog someday.
I already have one.
Oh, you do? What's your new dog's name?
Luxie.
Yeah. Or do you help out with the dog? Do you help feed her?
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. What other chores do you do at home?
Feed the cows.
You feed the cows? That's a big chore, huh? Yeah. Well, McCray, I hope you have a great day, okay?
Okay.
Can you say Merry Christmas?
Merry Christmas.
Thank you, McCray. And this interview is brought to you by Gibbons Electric.
Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years, we all will be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now. Through the years, we all will be together if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
GK Wine and Spirits has some great drink options for your end-of-the-year parties and get-togethers. 12 packs of Corona bottles are $15.98. Mike's Hard Lemonade or Hard Seltzer 12 packs are $14.98. Handles of DeKuyper or Phillips Schnapps are $16.48. Or get Jack Daniel's Black or Honey Tennessee Whiskey for $46.98. Malibu Coconut Rum is $22.98. GK Wine and Spirits, inside the grocery cart, East Highway 2, Broken Bow.
Fever is the leading symptom of COVID and the flu, and the only way to reliably detect it is with an accurate thermometer. Be vigilant and be accurate with the Exergen Temporal Scanner, whose accuracy has been proven in more than 100 clinical studies. Don't rely on non-contact thermometers. They are proven to be inaccurate and will not reliably detect a fever that might mean COVID. Be sure to seek medical advice at the first sign of fever. Learn more at Exergen.com.
Give the gift they want this year, a new iPhone 12 from Pure Talk for just $479. Pure Talk gives you great prices and great 5G coverage with unlimited talk, text, and 6 gigs of data for just $30 a month. The average family saves over $800 a year. Just dial pound 250 and say Jill50, and you'll save 50% off your first month and save on a new iPhone. Dial pound 250 and say Jill50. Some restrictions apply. See site for details.
9:44 is your time. Brent and Dave with you. Really enjoyed Suzanne coming in off Broadway, talking about history and ranching and Oconto and I don't know, just nice to reminisce, and she's really good at it. She knows her stuff. I think she's, whoop.
Is that your phone?
Did I say something wrong?
I don't know. Is someone texting you?
No, I'm not even going to look at it.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I'm going to talk about Shotgun Annie's.
All right, let's do.
In Callaway, they want to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas. Now, they do want you to know they'll be closed on Christmas Eve on Friday, but they'll be opening up and getting things going, of course, after that. But here's the thing. They'll be closed on Christmas Eve, but will again be hosting a Christmas for Misfits on Christmas Day. If you consider yourself a misfit or you know a misfit, you're welcome to go. They'll open up at 5 o'clock in the afternoon on Christmas Day. They'll have a potluck, so bring a dish to share. There'll be adult games, so come spend Christmas with fellow misfits. This is not really for kids. This is for adults, but they've done it in recent years, and people really seem to enjoy it. So that's on Christmas Day. Closed on Christmas Eve on Friday. Open at 5 for their annual Misfits gathering in the afternoon at Shotgun Annie's. Also, plan on joining them New Year's Eve for dinner and drink specials. They will be closed on New Year's Day and on Sunday the 3rd, but they'll be roaring and ready to go on New Year's Eve for dinner and drink specials. May your new year be filled with joy and happiness, and happy Christmas, Merry Christmas to you from Shotgun Annie's in Callaway.
All right. Job opportunity for you through the Nebraska Department of Transportation. They're currently accepting applications for a highway maintenance worker in Broken Bow. For a full job description and to apply, you need to go to statejobs.nebraska.gov. If you need accommodation in the selection process, call 402-471-2075. The state of Nebraska is an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
Thank you, Brent. Did I tell you there's a stud at Ansley Lumber?
Really?
Well, there's actually a lot of studs.
Yeah.
Straight and true.
Uh-huh.
But there's one particular...
Sturdy?
Yes, sturdy, strong, mighty, high quality stud.
Yeah.
Also, they have red brand barbed wire in stock at Ansley Lumber. Now, this is one of those items that's been hard to get. They finally got their shipment in. And this has been a little while ago, so you might check with them and see if they still have barbed wire on hand. I bet they do at Ansley Lumber. And again, they continue to urge you to take advantage of the blow-in insulation machine. Super quiet and easy to use. Comes with a trailer to haul to the actual site. Free with purchase of insulation. So if you get the insulation, then you get the blower to put it in with. It's on a trailer. You can haul it right to your home or your ranch, farm. They also have premium lumber like the studs we spoke of, from metal buildings to shingles to Benjamin Moore paint. Over 3,500 colors, Brent.
Wow.
That's a lot.
Yes.
Ansley Lumber even offers whole new home building packages. Now, they have a wonderful building across the street that they renovated from the actual historic lumberyard, one of the oldest businesses in the county. But across the street, they remodeled, set up a room just for sitting down and making plans. And they can do that with you. And they have also some products over there for you to look at. They would love to sit down and have a consultation with their professionals. And don't forget, when you do business with them, it doesn't matter where you're located, they do deliver. So stop by or give them a call at 935-1815 or stop by Ansley Lumber and Supply, locally owned and operated in downtown Ansley, open Monday through Friday, 8 until 5:30, and Saturday, 8 until noon. I would suspect they're going to be taking some time off during the holidays, as everyone will be, but they'll be back at it again, on a regular basis once the holidays are over. The stud, by the way, is Tim.
Oh, yeah?
Tim the stud.
Yeah. All right.
Durable, straight, and true.
Here you go. When you just say the word shack, it can sometimes have a negative connotation to it, don't you think?
Yeah,
just
like
say,
they live in a shack.
Yeah.
It's just a shack.
Well, we've got some great shacks right here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, because you got the smoke shack.
Yeah.
You got the quilting shack.
Yes.
And don't forget the cleaning shack, because that's where you go to get your dry cleaning taken care of in Broken Bow. And they're located inside the quilting shack on East Highway 2. And they want to continue to remind you that they are changing their drop-off deadline to Wednesday, by 11:30. That way they can have it back to you the next Wednesday by 3. So keep that in mind. Stop in to check out the great selection of material the Quilting Shack has for you to get those winter projects done as well. If you're needing a quilt quilted with their quilting machine, make sure you talk to them about your opportunity to do that. Again, the Cleaning Shack located in the Quilting Shack in Broken Bow, and they're changing their drop-off deadline to Wednesday by 11:30 so that they can have it back to you by the next Wednesday at 3.
Good morning to Millie Winkler, who is watching and or listening. Merry Christmas, Millie. LB Custom Chrome here in Broken Bow, Nebraska, has a special that runs through December 24th. Take advantage of some great specials at LB Custom Chrome and Detailing. They have great ideas for Christmas. It's not too late to purchase a gift certificate. Be very nice, something maybe for the neighbor or something like that. Available to purchase for just the interior at a mere $145. Now, this is a clean. This is a deep, deep clean. Your car is going to look and smell like new inside. And if the outside needs some work, you can get the exterior package for $135 or the complete package for both in and out for $200. Now, you can purchase 2 complete packages and get 1 free. So you'll get 3 for the price of 2. Call 870-0243 or just stop by and talk to them. And those gift certificates will be appreciated for family, friends, and neighbors.
Are you concerned with your hearing and or worry about missing out on conversations with the family at gatherings this holiday season? Well, no need to worry any longer. Just make an appointment to see Roxanne at the Nebraska Land Hearing Center. Roxanne, a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years of experience right here in Broken Bow, offering local, dependable service. Also things such as free hearing evaluation and free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, some extended discounts for just buying local, and, listen close, Roxanne will meet any pricing quoted from other offices in the state of Nebraska. So set up your appointment today, 308-384-3852. That's 308-384-3852. The Nebraska Land Hearing Center located in the Broken Bow Chamber Building, downtown Broken Bow.
I'm a little worried about your hearing, by the way.
Huh?
I'm worried about your hearing, by the way.
Huh?
Because not only you're saying, huh, when I mentioned the part about a gift certificate from LB Chrome, maybe for a family, friend, or neighbor, you didn't act like you heard that.
Oh, I heard it just fine. I just didn't pay attention to it.
Well, that hurts.
I mean, I paid attention to it because it's a great gift idea, but maybe not necessarily. Because I know what you were meaning. You were meaning that you thought it would be a great gift idea from me to you. It is a fabulous gift idea.
Yeah, great gesture.
For maybe for someone else. But
it would mean a lot.
Okay. All right. I'll keep it in mind.
Hey, well, you were a little worried last night about Jim Scott. Were you there when Jim?
What do you mean worried?
Well, he didn't have a coat on.
But Jim's an old football player and former Husker. You don't need no coat. Jim's a big guy, tough guy.
I'm a little concerned about him.
Oh?
Needs to, wear the proper clothing.
Now you, on the other hand, had about 6 layers on, it looked like to me. And it was chilly, but I didn't think it was necessarily cold, freezing cold.
I just wanted to enjoy the moment.
Oh.
I didn't want to be chattering my teeth. I wanted to be having fun, helping people put their groceries in their car and wheeling Shannon around in the cart. All of those things I wanted to be sure and be able to do. Now, I had a meeting earlier at the Economic Development meeting, which was from 4 to 5. So I scooted home, got my coveralls, slipped those on, put on my Ansley Lumber hooded sweatshirt.
Yeah, saw that.
Over the top, and then put another coat on top of that.
Yep.
Plus my Bernie Angus stocking cap.
Yeah.
And my Plains equipment now is called Acres equipment gloves.
Uh-huh.
I was set. And then here comes Jim Scott with a short sleeve shirt on.
Yep.
There was also some young lady that came up with shorts on. I think she just got out of basketball practice.
Oh, yeah. Well,
mothers everywhere, beware. We need mothers at the bell ringing to get some of these people to dress properly. was 12 degrees.
Oh, it wasn't that cold at the time we were ringing bells.
Well, it was 12 degrees at 9 o'clock. We quit at 6.
Yeah.
Well, it was probably 17 and a half degrees.
Oh, you think? Okay.
Probably not quite as cold in Callaway as it was here in Broken Bow last night.
It's a warm place.
It's a
Callaway.
very warm place.
Yeah. Cheery place.
And they have Chip Who's Hip there. He warms up the whole town just when he walks in with his cowboy boots.
There you go.
At Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency in Callaway, they're ready to go for you to conclude this year and tear into the new year with all the insurance you're going to need. They have an umbrella of different products that they can fit to your needs for insurance.
Mm-hmm.
They've just added another farm and casualty ag commercial company that's very competitive in the area, so they'd love to make a quote. Also, it's getting late, but you might still be able to squeeze in a year of the year-end review of your insurance. If not, do it after the first year and find out, am I okay for 2022? And they also have a new experienced crop agent on staff now. Tracy Hasbrook has been working with Rain and Hail and NAU for 2022 coverage. Life insurance is important. I know a lot of times you don't want to talk about it, but it's important.
Mm-hmm.
And Chip, who's hip, or Liana, who's hotter than a plate of lasagna, can help you. They're serious about it, and I am too. Coolest agents in central Nebraska, even though they warm up Callaway. Liana is busy with open enrollment. That's probably winding down now. But talk to them about what's best for you with all kinds of insurance. They have a office right there in Callaway, and they've remodeled it. They've put Chip in the back.
Oh.
He's got his own office now.
Okay.
And you can call 836-2201, 836-2201. Or you can stop here in Broken Bow to Tim's.
Yeah.
Former Troxel Insurance, now part of the Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency team. Call Tim at 872-6996. Look for the big red awning at 914 South D in downtown Broken Bow, and stop in and see what Tim can do for you for home, auto, farm, and commercial coverages, or schedule an appointment.
There you go. Let's see, one more thing to let you know about before we go for this morning. Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts in Broken Bow. Here are their featured drinks for the month of December. They include the Winter Frost Chai, mixture of vanilla chai and peppermint, the Iced Snowman, a mixture of white mocha and hazelnut, Cocoa Crispy, mixture of mocha, toasted marshmallow, and vanilla, the Candy Cane Steamer, mixture of peppermint and strawberry. That sounds good. The Snowball Brevet, coconut, toasted marshmallow, and mocha. They're just east of the courthouse there, right on Highway 2. Open at 7 a.m. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Saturdays. Make sure you check out their Facebook page. I always keep you updated, especially with hours as we go through the holiday week and everything. Check them out on Facebook, Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts, Broken Bow.
Okay, folks, we've gotten through everything that we wanted to bring you today on The Breakfast Show. We'll be back again on Wednesday and Thursday. As a matter of fact, Brent and I just made a contractual agreement this morning, and we'll be back to spend Christmas Eve morning, and we'll also do New Year's Eve morning. So we'll have The Breakfast Show on Friday, and we'll play some Christmas music. And I think we're going to open up the phone lines for folks who are maybe cooking a turkey or a ham or putting some prime rib together.
Yeah, they can request a Christmas song.
Yeah, maybe bring us out some lobster or something.
Well, yeah, there you go. Maybe we could make that a thing. Christmas Eve day, if you want to bring out some treats live to the show, you can just sit here and join us on the show.
I'm so sorry.
But you have to bring
that up.
You have to bring treats. Maybe some of those peanut butter cookies with the Hershey Kiss or the chocolate star in the middle.
Just stop it.
Love those.
I'm sorry,
That's
folks.
Christmas Eve morning.
Listen, Christmas Eve morning.
7:30 to 9:30.
And we will not ask you for any goodies.
If they were fresh out of the oven, that'd be even better.
We have more things than we can eat now.
I know. People are so generous. They really are. I don't know how we're going to eat everything back there.
Now, I've moved the breakfast show close over because the normal little deal that we use is not putting out any sound.
Uh-oh.
I think an elf got in there, one of those bad elves.
Sounds like a gremlin to me.
or one of those humbuggers.
Mm.
We'll figure it out. You folks have yourself a great day, and enjoy.
Okay.
I like your shirt.
Thanks, Dave.
Looks really nice on you.
I appreciate it.
It's more like a sweater. But...
Yeah. Oh, by the way, quick basketball tonight. Sandhill, Setford, Ansley, Litchfield. Girls varsity at 5. Boys to follow. It's on KBBN 95.3 FM tonight.
Thanks, neighbor.
See you, neighbor.
Gift certificate. Oh, that would be so nice of you.
Yeah.